anything going on? Is there anything happening since I've been away? Oh, 147. Holy moly, macaroni. The stock is going. We're trading at 132.74. Wow. What is happening? Oh, God, this makes me happy. Oh, man. Hi, kids. How you doing? Welcome back to the afternoon show. Just getting ready for the last hour of the day. The Dow's down 300 points. Anything happened since I've been away with the Dow? Oh, yeah, it crashed. S&P down 42. NASDAQ down 222. And GameStop is up. Oh, up 8.45 a share right now. Well, how about that? Up 9.78 right now, 133.96. Well, how about them apples? $11, $135.79. Here we go. Why? I don't know. Is someone saying something? I don't know. Has there been an announcement? I can't find one. But you know what? I think you know what it is? I think there are fewer sellers and more buyers. There's the simple answer right there, kids. You want to know what's going on with GameStop? More buyers than sellers, and it's happening right here at 137.48 right now. Volume of 22 million, and that isn't all that insane, is it? Not really. It's not that, it's not earth-shattering, but isn't that telling you something too? That on a day when the markets are down in New York, the Dow down 1%, S&P down 1.1%, NASDAQ down 1.7%, the Treasury guy comes out there and the markets don't like the tea leaves, how they're falling into place. They're worried about interest rates. All that, there's no volume on GameStop to get crazy excited about, and it's up $11.47, 135. I like it. I like it a lot. This is really good stuff. Way to go, GameStop. Way to go. Way to go, GameStop. No, stop. Not going to stop with GameStop. That is really interesting. Everything else I'm following, that I recommend to you, it's down a tad here and there. I mean, nothing catastrophically bad. Unfortunately, Rocket down $1.23. AMC down 51 cents, not catching the GameStop wave here. It's not getting a big run. It's better. I'll say this. AMC had a little pop here. It was around the what was it? It was around the 775 neighborhood, and it got up to 807, but that's 25 cents. Still down, and right now 810 on AMC, down 48 cents. So the Dow down 328 points, 337. It's at 30,932. It was at 551. So the Dow was 500. Sorry, is that right? It was 300 and something points below where it is now. Earlier today, and it's now down 357. So it's improved a bit, but it is still down on the day. The culprit is worries about interest rates in the U.S. The good news for the United States, the U.S. dollar is stronger against all currencies, because that's what happens when interest rates go up inside a country. Their currencies rise because a lot of currencies come in to buy these treasuries or the U.S. bonds to get the high interest rates. Not that they've gone crazy. I mean, the actual treasury, if I got my thing right here, the rates 1.552%. They were 1.6 last week when this whole thing kind of kicked off 2 weeks ago. It was 1.6. Now it's only 1.55. The Treasury really hasn't, gone anywhere, but it's come back up again, and that's spooking some investors for short-term moves. But you know what? For GameStop, doesn't matter, baby, because whatever happens with interest rates is irrelevant to the fact that there's a possibility that the street out there has got a big problem with GameStop undeclared shorts. Against how many shares exist. And I just wonder, folks, I keep saying this. I've been kind of guessing maybe it's, more than 70 million that are out there short. And I can't put anybody under oath to find out what the story is. I can only tell you, what I see and what have you. Tristan, thank you for this donation. Ryan Cohen tweeted. I'd love to hear what he said. The almighty Fisher, as far as my memory serves, out of 22 million volume, 6 to 8 has been in the last 30 minutes, which is great. 132.57 right now on the stock. Bruce just made 12 grand and got GameStop rocket, 135, 139, 140 walls after that. We are to the moon. Dave, make a ton of money, get really rich, and then start feeling really generous. Thank you, buddy. Way to go. Kyle, thank you, Kyle, for this donation. I appreciate that. Mina, hi, Bruce. What are your thoughts on Dogecoin? Don't have no thoughts. No good thoughts. No, I'm neutral. I'm like Switzerland. There's a war going on, and I love everybody. Hi, Bruce. Will GameStop change their business model? They're doing it. It's happening. Been talking about this for months. Professor, possum are the only marsupial native to North America. This directly correlates to the mooning of GameStop. Papa Cohen, we love you. There you go. Okay, thank you, Papa Cohen. Oh my, forget to type anything in my first super chat. I just came back to 136 from 121 most of the day. Can we expect this to sustain? Tempted to paper. Well, it's 132.65. The volume is picking up, and there could be a lot more in it. There's just no stock. There's just no stock to really stop this. There really isn't. Daniel, let's get you that Tesla. Keep up the good work, my friends, folks. That would be wonderful. Jen says I can have one, but we have to have the. Well, you know what we have to have. Thank you. I sure hope this stock goes for all of you. That would be absolutely wonderful, and you viewers deserve it. And thank you for all your kind words, encouragement. It's just been a wild time. Thank you for giving my show thumbs ups. I appreciate that. We're now at 949 thumbs ups for this show, and there are 5,000 of you here. I sense a slight discrepancy with respect to how many thumbs ups I have versus how many folks here. Folks, please help out. 134.50. The stock is climbing. Throw me a thumbs up or two. Tell the market out there. Tell YouTube out there to get people in here and enjoy the GameStop party. I think that's what really we should be doing. Get them in here. We just broke 1,000 subs. 1,000 thumbs ups. Now we're 1,200 thumbs ups. Hit those thumbs up and let's get YouTube to get a bunch of people in here to figure out 1.7. There it is. 1,700 thumbs ups. Get it happening. 1,800. Here they come. Here they come. Bring in those thumbs ups. And YouTube will tell the world, hey, these guys are talking about your GameStop. While you folks have been away at lunch, it went from 120 something up to 147 for the high. Can you believe it? 2,300 thumbs up and counting. We need another 2,000. Let's get it going. Thank you, everybody, so much. This is fun time, guys. Thank you also from Scott Common. Thank you, Scott Common. Just sent me a PayPal donation. I appreciate that very much. You guys are great. Oh, you hit the desk and everything falls down. What can I say? Let's see. What else is going on here? Back to GameStop over here and on the market, 133.79, 131. So it's really jumping around a lot right now. Very volatile, as it would be. 24 million shares traded now. A couple of million since I started talking. So there is volume coming in here. Good to see. The shorters have got to be running scared. And the longs are sensing and smelling blood in the water. I just feel it. Sure, it's down 17 from its high today. I wouldn't worry about it. The print is in 147.87 for the high today. And you never know. We may hit a higher high if this keeps running. We'll see. The volumes will tell us. Keeleen, what minute second is it right now? Checking delay. She's trying to find out if she's delayed on her machine or not. And then what do we got? What are the graphs of AMC, James? Always, they're not the same right now, guys. They're not the same. Chaudhry took the advice and all 6 SPACs. I'm in all 6 SPACs. Way to go. Hang on to those now. Just sit back and relax. The Vector acquisition is 1138, and the NAV site holdings is 1020. The Gores Holdings 1338. The Virgin VGAC is now 1053. The Starboard is 997. The Fortress is 1002. And get them and hold them, and let's see what happens. The Dow down 393 now. And S&P down 52, and NASDAQ down 263. The Dow is worse, came back a little and is now faltering just ever so slightly again. So we'll see what gives. Hey, Bruce, I just want to say I love your show, and I'm watching daily when the GameStop frenzy is over. As much as I enjoy it, if you keep covering the stock market, you have a long-time subscriber. Thank you. Rohan Russell, thank you for your donation on PayPal. Look, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm quite happy to keep doing this because this isn't just a GameStop channel, although, you know, I have to admit, kind of talking about GameStop all the time right now. That's kind of dominating the market, isn't it? And isn't CNBC covering it like crazy? Why are the graphs so the same? They're not. What is this? I think I got all the comments through here. Thank you, everybody. I'm trying to keep up on your donation comments so that I feel like I want to honor these. Thank you. Morrow, I'll buy that 1979 Beamer 528 again. That baby will bring you back good old memories. Oh man, I had fun. I think about maybe 10 years ago or maybe 5 years ago, I took a look to see if what they were worth, and I found some YouTube videos of people who have one of these 79 528. Ooh, there aren't any pretty ones. There are no pretty cars left. They're all pretty ugly looking. They look rough. But what a gorgeous car when I first got it. Robert, thank you for your donation on PayPal. Thank you. I just saw that popping in here. GameStop, 129.84. Doing a little running around here, finding a new level here in this 130 neighborhood, I guess. We'll see. We're going to follow it. It is a ton of fun to watch this activity, especially in an ugly market. New York is dumping again, down 433, S&P down 60. NASDAQ down 291. You know what you do when you have a market that does this and you have a bunch of stock? Nothing. You don't do anything. You just sit back and you let the nervous ninnies do what they do, because these are the guys losing all the money. The sellers, especially people selling quality stock with long-term, solid foundations and a growth curve and a business plan. You just let these nervous ninnies, the day traders, they're the ones getting hammered. Most traders buy long to sell higher. They don't short to buy lower. Most traders buy first, sell later. And it's those folks that are getting hammered here because they're trying to catch the momentum swings. They're trying to figure it out. The market is not working for them. There's not enough momentum buyers with them at the moment. And that's what's going on. Anyway, GameStop, 129.76 or so. Okay, it's a winner. There are not very many shares on my little screen here that are in the green. As a matter of fact, I have Facebook up $2.91. Google is up $23, holding a gain. Snowflake up 9. Moderna up 4 cents. DoorDash up $1.43. Virtually everything else on this phone of mine, with all the quotes I have on it, we're down here. Hey Bruce, your explanations helped me buy back into GameStop big at $44. Just went heavy into your SPACs. Thanks for something to set and forget about. There you go. There you go. That's the beauty of these SPACs. I think you can set them and forget them. Let those mergers happen now. Bruce, I know you're a GameStop guy. You're more of a GameStop guy than an AMC guy. I have 20 call options for $40 that expire on my birthday, March 19th. What's your opinion on this? I'm assuming you have 20 call contracts at $40 on AMC. You do not have 20 call contracts on GameStop. And so on AMC, you are in big trouble. You are way out of the money, and you need a massive move to get anywhere. And I do not know if that's going to happen. If these AMC shares get into this 10, 12 range, and you can get a couple of dollars out of those things, get out, move into something else. You're just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, let's face it. You're way out of the money. Nick, after GameStop and AMC changes our lives, would love for a chat. Any thoughts, opinions on accounts like Suncor Financial's MPI program, Proud Girl, Dad Made 2021? I don't have any thoughts on this. I don't know anything really about the Suncor Financial's MPI. I'm not familiar with that. Sorry, Nick. So I can't help you on that. But this game isn't going to be over for quite some time. 132 now on GameStop. Looks like it's coming up again. This isn't going to be over for a while. Austin, hey, Bruce, your explanation is helping buy back. Thank you. Just saw that message. All right, let's continue on. Save that pie. If the short hedge funds bought all call options to cover their position, does that mean that the short squeeze is replaced by a gamma squeeze? Well, that's true. That adds to it, doesn't it? Yes, it does. If you buy a bunch of calls from market makers of options and they're writing naked calls, they have the problem now about getting stock, and they may not wait until the last minute on Friday to get those shares. They might buy shares in the meantime, and maybe that's happening. I'm pointing at my big ass iPad that has the quote on here. 131.53 up 735 on volume now of 25 million. So there's about it looks like 1 million and a bit every 5 minutes. So the 200,000 a minute or more. It's trading quick, and it's going higher, I think. Do SPAC stocks typically jump when merger closes? I can't say for sure. I haven't done like studies in depth or anything like that. I've noticed some shares do well once the change has been done, because I'll notice that on CNBC, for example, they'll bring in the management to talk about what's going on, because the management is available to talk again. They're not available right now. All these 6 SPACs that I've mentioned, the management are not allowed to go on CNBC and have an interview. They're on a gag order right now under their lawyers. Their SEC lawyers are saying you can't talk right now because anything you say could be misconstrued, could be misinterpreted as a material fact in the company's affairs, and you're in the middle of a merger thing. You got to shut up until the shareholders vote this thing through, and that's what everything is happening. That's what's going on right now. All the mailouts are getting done to all the investors, all the shareholders of the companies being notified. Private shareholders, that's easy to do because it's an in-house thing at the private company. But the public company on the SPAC, everybody has to be notified, and they have to vote on the merger. And that's going through the brokerage firms and the clearing houses and all that. So these guys can't talk right now. They're going to keep quiet. So yes, once the deal is done, they will talk. And that's my strategy. When they start talking, they're going to let you know, yeah, we got $1 billion. We got $600 million. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to buy this company, or we're going to grow a division, or we want to do that, or we want to, yeah, here we go. The promotion is on, kids. Cameron Rule, hey, Bruce, is a VACQ a good investment with the Rocket Lab merger? I like it. I like the deal. A $4.1 billion deal, if I recall. I think that's what I wrote down. And they're getting $700 million in cash. It's a pretty good size chunk of dough on secondary financing. There it is. Yeah, $750 million, $4.1 billion deal. Rocket Lab. Yep, I like that deal. I do. You're going to hear a lot about this company, I'm pretty darn sure. And I lost a lot of savings in the first GameStop rush. I'm getting it all back now. Fantastic. 130, the stock's jumping. It can be 129, 133, 131, and 128, 132. It's rolling. It's trading, and that is a good sign. The Dow down 450, no help from the big board. S&P down 60, NASDAQ down 288. The Dow down 1.4%, S&P down 1.6%, and NASDAQ down 2.2%. That's what's going on right there, okay? Analysts buy this dip in Apple, Microsoft, and these other tech stocks before they're out of reach, according to an analyst that is following stocks. So there are analysts saying this is a good time to pick up these quality companies. Yeah, it's always a good time to buy big stocks, good stocks on sale. Of course, look at Home Depot. It's off $7.80. Bargain. The Vanek Vector Semiconductors down $11. That's a bargain down there. IBM is only down $277. It's not giving up much of anything. It's $119.59. That's where it was when I recommended it. That's a buy. Where are we at otherwise? Microsoft only down $1.39. Apple only down $2. These shares are not getting hammered. And so, yeah, you can get Apple at 120. The low 118.62. It's not, in big trouble or anything like that, but it's attractive. Yes, if you're a long-term holder, you want to be a long-term holder of Apple. You've got an entry level here at a nice price. Yes, of course. I have no problem with that. Thank you, everybody. Let's go through some more calls and comments. Here we are. This comment: can you sell a share for a profit or loss and buy the same stock on the same day? Have I heard of wash time? You can buy and sell stock if you want, but it's not going to do any good. It's not going to make any difference. It's pointless. Don't know why you want to bother doing that unless you're a day trader trying to make pennies a share on trades. You're playing with fire. Eventually, you're going to lose it. You got to really invest in something you believe in, I would say. But anyway, that's just me. AB, I take it making predictions on charts is voodoo. Looks like a shape is forming similar to the last squeeze, but amplified double time, or is it just a coincidence? Again, there are technicians out there who have theories like you can't believe, and look, some believe in them, others ignore them, and some don't. So anyway, just tweeted that the prime broker recalled their shares and forced purchase on the open market plus FOMO and Ryan Cohen. So hey, that would be great. If there's a call to buy the stock, it ran it to 147, right like that. It's now 131. There might be more. There might be more calls like this out of the blue where we're not aware of it. Again, I can't verify this information. I can only tell you what I'm reading, and I'm interpreting what is happening. The stock is telling me a lot. The volume is telling me a lot, and it's telling me good things if you're long this stock. That's what it's telling me, guys. And so there you go. I bought 2 calls for AMC at 10.50 for 3.19. Do you think I'm in trouble? Well, you still got a bit of time, but you sure could use some help with that, AMC move. Unky Bruce, I'm holding Rocket 3.5. What's that? 312 puts. Do we expect this rocket to continue to crash and burn? Gorney needs a new pair of shoes. Thanks, Lawrence. Rocket is down 130 right now to 26.31. It is looking kind of weak-ish, but in the last 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours, it has kind of consolidated down here. It hasn't gone worse. The low was 25.38. Yeah, it was lower by $1 or so, but it doesn't look like it's in real trouble from here. But it looks terrible in the last 2 days, obviously. But look, maybe this is a bottoming out. Maybe this is a consolidation for the stock. GameStop 133.40, by the way. So maybe it'll do a rebound here. If the Dow has a late day rally for 150 points to not lose as much, Nasdaq and S&P kind of follow along for a little bit of a quasi comeback. Well, that might add some momentum to Rocket. Momentum traders might jump in there, but you're at 26.76 right now on Rocket. 132.80 on GameStop. 134 I'm showing now over here on Market Watch. So we might be popping again here. Yeah, 134.22 on GameStop, coming back up again. Very interesting to see what's going on here. The volume speaks volumes, to say the least, which is good. Good volumes picking up now. The pricing is excellent, up 9.77 here, upwards of $10 a share. New York still down. The Dow 480, S&P down 66, Nasdaq down 315. There you go. Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg raised $35 million from Facebook stock trades this week. Mark Zuckerberg has been slowly selling stock. Slowly. He's got, 70% of the company. Slowly raising cash, to diversify his portfolio. There's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't look good on a day like today. But he's allowed to do what he wants. He owns that company, and he's running it. He's making people a lot of money. So, hey, Mark, you ever bored, Mark? You want to hang out with Uncle Bruce? You're more welcome to pop by. Tom Hanks, hey, if you're out there, Tom, love to have you. That would be great. Love to talk to you and tell me about your next movie coming up. Man, that would be fantastic. Yeah, sure. Paul McCartney, anytime, buddy. Want to talk about your next album, what you're doing? You're kind of bored at home. Want to hang out with Uncle Bruce? I'm here, buddy. I'm there. I'd love to talk to him, Paul McCartney, anytime. MHII, holding AMC with an average cost of $7.62. I'm not always at my computer able to trade. How do I best protect myself to catch the squeeze when it happens? I don't know if there'll be one for you. I don't know if there's going to be a squeeze on AMC. The stock is not doing what GameStop is doing right now. It's just not the same. 35 wall, 139, 139.50 wall, $140 wall, on to 165 past there. Let's go. 132.88, 133.90. It's jumping around quite a bit here. We'll watch this GameStop. There's no stop in this GameStop today. Very good. Hose Clamp, thank you. Do you think that hedges on the buy side of GameStop? That hedge on testing resistance of the short. Oh yeah. Oh, there's jousting going on. Yes. Oh yes. There's always jousting going on. It's just a matter of the big picture and the momentum and who's got the most bullets. Yeah, we're watching a big battle here. There's a lot of money changing hands here, a lot of money that the small investors don't have. But those of you who own this stock, Mark Hanks says yes. Zuckerberg says no. Oh, okay. Well, Tom, I appreciate that. If you let me know when you come by. You have your people. Contact my people, and we'll see what we can do, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. That'd be great. Love you, buddy. Keep it going. Love the fact that you use a real typewriter to send notes. I think it's fantastic. Tom Hanks he's a typewriter collector. Did you know that? He loves typewriters, the old style. There's a lot of people that do that. Fantastic. What else are we talking about here? 132.56 on GameStop. Watching this market. Everything else is just yuck today, but what can I say? Thank you, Stacy Close, for your donation on my PayPal account. I appreciate this so much. Rohan Russell, same to you. Thank you. We've got a donation from Robert Fleet. Thank you. Are we expecting a call option? Tomorrow's option day. Tomorrow is option day, kids. They expire tomorrow. Taylor, thank you for your donation. DFV's tweet interpreted after that ride. They are at the everlasting gobstopper room. They offered to give one to the enemy for 10,000. Charlie held out and was rewarded heavily. He's rewarded with the whole damn chocolate factory. After that, it has literally led to a rocket ship and they blast off. Well, I don't quite know what that means, but I think I interpret it as the stock might go higher. Maybe that's what they're trying to say. I don't know. Ryan Engstrand Ackers, thank you for a donation today. We're, by the way, at 133.86, hitting for 134 again. Hey, Bruce, my very sweet neighbor does beautiful de-icing. Does icing? No, sorry. Let me try that again. Hey, Bruce, my very sweet neighbor does beautiful ice dyeing. She'd be thrilled if she got some more looks on her Instagram, the wildest company, and maybe even a sale. Can you please give her a plug? She has no idea I'm doing this, but she's a great neighbor and really nice to our kids. Thank you. We like the stock. Now, that is pretty cool to promote somebody who's a neighbor who doesn't even know you're doing it. Let's see if we can pump that message up. We'll pop that message up on my board here. Thank you for that, and thank you for your donation. And let's see what we can do right there. I'll try it again. Bingo, and we're a little over as far as the number of characters. So we'll see what we can do. And let's see. Okay. Let me do this. I've read that part of this message. She's a neighbor, and she has no idea you're doing this, so that's cool. And let's see here. And then we'll go from here, and we got to get some more. Got to get some more words here. There we go. Let's pump that right up there. There you go, guys. Thank you for that. You got it. A little plug for you. And folks, support this guy with his neighbor. Fantastic. 135.54 on GameStop, up 11.36. 136 almost. We're coming on again. It's coming on, guys. GameStop, the Dow down 489, looking terrible. S&P down 66, NASDAQ down 322. GameStop is all by itself, powering ahead. Shwani, thank you. Can the moon launch happen on GameStop's earnings call for Q4? It might have happened before. It might be happening before that. You might not have to wait for that. So we're looking very, very interesting right now. Thank you to Sugavan. Is Tesla and/or Ford a buy right now? It depends how long you got to wait. Tesla, the lower Tesla gets, the more attractive I think it could be, because of the fact that the company has so many potential income sources going forward. I did watch this morning one of the largest investors in Tesla on camera today talking about the company, and I found that was a most interesting comment about the diversified nature of the company. By the way, 136 up $12, coming on 137.27 right now on GameStop. Talking about that automated driving, what do you call that, where it drives itself. The talk is eventually that will become a monthly service fee. You'll be able just to subscribe to it. And the talk is that there will eventually be millions of Teslas out there, bringing in so many dollars a month per car forever. for the automated driving service. And that alone justifies the stock price right now, where the stock is. And everything else is extra. Everything else is thrown in for nothing. And so this investor, he's one of the largest single investors in the company, says, I'm not selling. I got another 10 years before I'm even thinking of selling this stock. So that was an interesting comment. I found that an interesting interview, I should really say. That was a very interesting interview this morning when he was interviewed before the market even opened. But it's not helping the stock right now. 137.84 on 26 plus million shares on GameStop. Everything's helping GameStop today. GameStop is on a roll where the Tesla gentleman is not getting any help at this point in time because the market is not paying attention to it at this time. AB, how about SMH? I saw an CNBC piece that the semiconductor industry expects shortages to get extremely bad within 6 months and then rebound. Could this pent-up demand cause it to rocket? Yes. I think the chip stocks will do very, very well. This ETF will do well. Matt, AMC did run with GME today and hit 959 before the dip. They are on the restrictions through tomorrow could make option calls interesting. Yes, but GameStop is the one that's up 10% in value right now to 137.53, 138, and GameStop and AMC is not in the green. It is still down 60 cents right now. So it is not winning. It is losing. I don't hate AMC. I don't. I follow GameStop, as you folks know, and I like what GameStop is doing here. I think that GameStop's corporate situation is in better shape, and that's just what it is. That's all I feel. Bruce, thanks so much for being a calming spirit in the middle of this wild ride. Do you executed options show up in the order book? I don't know about that. I'm not familiar with the reporting and how that works out. 138 on GameStop, 137 here, so we're running pretty good. 27.4 million volume, 138.42 on GameStop. The Dow now down 421, a little better, S&P down 58, NASDAQ down 289. We are down to 29 minutes to go for the day. And we're at 139.78 on GameStop. I think 140 is in danger here. It's about to break it. I think it's going to break 140 like butter. I think so. Get ready for the butter. Here we go. I think so. The momentum looks awful strong on GameStop right now as we watch it do what it does best, and that is it just goes up. What can I say? It's going up. Eric, if if I sell to close my 800 strike option call, will I lose 100 shares of my position? If I sell to close my 800 strike option call, I don't know what it is you own. What do you have? Do you have 100 shares? There's $140 a share. You have 100 shares of the stock, and you want to write an $800 call? Is that what you want to do? If you do that, you're just going to get premium right now, and you're putting your shares up for sale at 800 if anybody wants them. Right now, 140, not going to happen. But you're bringing the premium in, and you can keep that. Is that what you're saying? If that's what you're saying, that's what I'm answering. How about that? Nah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, 141. 141. It is running here. Very good move on the GameStop today. Very hot. Let's see what's going on. If he owns the call, he can sell the call and still own his shares, of course. I don't know. I'm not sure what he meant by that exactly. Oh my goodness, guys. Are you having fun today? Is anyone having fun on the markets today? 8,100 of you are here. Thank you for joining me today. Thumbs ups today, 3,200 thumbs ups. Guys, I could really use some thumbs ups for this program. Please hit the thumbs up button. It'll encourage YouTube to bring more people in to follow the GameStop run. And that's what you want. You want more people to watch what's happening. And it helps me dramatically. It really does. I know I'm being greedy. I'm begging you for help. It's free to hand out a thumbs up. Hit that button. 3,500 now. We just added 300 of them in just a second. 3,800. Thank you, guys. Nail that thumbs up button. We should be at 10,000 thumbs up right now. That would be really cool. 136, 139, 140. This stock is jumping. It's running. It's bumbling. It's stumbling. 28.3 million, 4,100 thumbs ups. Keep those thumbs ups coming, kids, in between these crazy trades. Thank you so much. 136, 37, 138. This is what it's doing, and that's what it's going to do here for a while here. There is a lot of action. The Dow is recovering a bit, down 348. It's come up about 140 maybe. S&P better, down 48. NASDAQ better, down 251. They're still down, but they're not as down. It's a big to-do about nothing. I don't think there's any reason to sell off stock because of the potential of interest rate increases. Not gonna happen. I don't think so. There's too many economies way too weak for this to be needed. The United States does not need to actually support its currency. It actually needs its currency to go down to make U.S. exports cheaper. But maybe the world economy is bidding up the U.S. dollar. I don't know. Oliver, hi, Bruce. Do you recommend learning all about the different technicals of charts or concentrate more on the fundamentals, company news? Yeah, fundamentals, Oliver. Fundamentals. That's really what you want to know about. Fundamentals. Certainly, you want to know where the stock has been. Certainly, you want to know, if there's been, a lot of option activity, of course. But you'll hear all about that. But you don't have to be an expert to study into it. You just to be aware of kind of how it works a little bit. Sure, it's all good. Thank you, Firestormer XD, GME. To the moon. There's wiser words have never been spoken. JC, is it smart, for example, selling at 135 and waiting to drop to 130, thinking it won't get lower than 130, then buying back? That's a day trader. Look, day trades, there's a million reasons you can do the way you want to do it. You've got to really, decide for yourself. It's 135, 136. I mean, what if it takes a shot from here to 150? You got out and it went to 150 and you're gone. I'm just saying it's been 147 already, and it's approaching its resistance levels of the last hour or so, which looks to me like it's broken through it. Guys, I don't know. Now it's 134. So, who am I to say? I'm not here for day trading advice, though. I'm just trying to run through what's kind of give you the commentary on what's happening to help you out on what is kind of happening out there. Grant, Bruce, I've been missing in action all day. And how many bagels did you eat? One. And you should double that number and make a bagel carrot cake sandwich. Thank you for all the tips and all the suggestions on my dietary needs. Appreciate it. I can tell you right now, I got a lot of insulation here for the winter. Although winter is ending around here, we're in the mid 50s, I think, right now. It's just gorgeous out there. Thank you, Arnar. Shout out coming. I'll be right with you. So I got a lot of padding here, which I could afford to just give away. I really don't need it, so gotta kind of watch the inflow here. Oh my gosh! Thank you, everybody. I know you're sending me your best wishes. Is tomorrow make or break? What is the significance of Friday? No, tomorrow's not make or break. Tomorrow's Friday. That's all it is. Tomorrow happens to be option exercise day. That's all it is. But there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of contracts of GameStop in the money. This morning, the stock was in that 125 neighborhood, and all the contracts up to 125 were in the money. Now we're at that 135 neighborhood, and that means all the contracts from there to here are also in the money, which means that writers of all those contracts are now sitting on potential short positions that they weren't thinking they might be sitting on. If the stock goes to 150, then all the contracts written between 135 and 150 are in the money, and that increases the pressure of the need to buy shares by option writers who are in need of stock to deliver. I mean, hey, this is what we've been doing here. It's what we've been watching here, and it is expanding, and it is getting larger. And yes, it's kind of fun. GameStop for me has been about paying attention. The tricky part is not knowing anything about the stock market. Thanks for sharing your experience, Jared. Thank you, Jared, for this donation. Thank you, all of you, for that. Okay, got some donations, or at least I know I got one here on my PayPal account. Everybody making a donation on PayPal, thank you very much. These donations, the whatever funds you're sending us, Jennifer and I get to spend the dollars tomorrow. It's fantastic. Thank you. I got a donation here from Ryan Ekstrand, which I think we've done already. That was about the neighbor. Fantastic. Then the donation came in from Arnar Fanberg Gunnarsson. Uncle Bruce, I just want to give a shout out to BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse, nonprofit organization that works with abused children to help them not be afraid of the world they live in. Spread the message so no child deserves to live in fear. Best regards from Iceland. Now, is that pretty cool? That is really awesome. Thank you so much for this donation. I'm more than happy to promote that message. And I'm sure you folks out there don't mind that either. Fantastic. That is cool. Great stuff. Let's see here. Best regards from Iceland, and Iceland is watching me. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? Iceland is here. Fantastic. That is good. That is really good. Thank you, all of you. Thank you from Iceland. That is a bucket list country for me. I'll tell you that. I want to try those pools where you can get in the hot water. Oh, that would be so cool. See those photos and videos that are posted on YouTube about that? Man, oh man, oh man. That looks so inviting. Yes, indeed. All right, fantastic. Trying to make this happen. It's not easy. Folks, you got to keep your message under 200 characters. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let's see if I can make this work here. Here we go. I think I've got it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Thank you. Get the message up. All right. Where are we at? 134.83 on GameStop. Fantastic. We just got a donation there. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're good. We're up to speed. I'm up to speed. I've done my work there. Very good, everybody. 135.35. Fantastic. The Dow now down 393, still faltering. S&P down 56, NASDAQ down 295, GameStop 134, 135.35, and volume is approaching the in excess of 29.3 million, coming up to 30 million volumes. That's going to pass yesterday, because it was yesterday a little over 30 million. It's going to pass that. We still have 19 millions to go. We might see a million or two more. Who knows? Then the aftermarket, and then all bets are off. I don't know what's going to happen in the aftermarket. It could be wacky. This has been a good hour and a half now already. 136.50. What is the upside? You tell me. It looks very good, and it looks very strong. The market looks extremely good on GameStop right now. It really fundamentally does. Okay, thank you, Kyle. Could you make a video explaining the fundamentals, i.e., what factors to look at when assessing the value of stock? Thanks for teaching us the smooth brains, Kyle. I kind of do that every day that I'm here, but I know what you're saying. I know that if I could make dedicated videos on specific topics, and down the road, this is kind of in the wheelhouse. But you've got to forgive me at the moment while I'm trying to cover very active fluid situations that are just changing by the minute. And so it's pretty important I'm here to cover the, this movement right now. Jay, thoughts of SLGC pumping up. I don't know, SLGC, that's the, is that the gaming thing? Is that the one, SLGG? Let me double check before I guess too wildly here. Yeah, that's the Super League Gaming, isn't it? And there's been some, distant talk that maybe GameStop would take these guys over. There is nothing official that I know of here. I don't know if this is really in the cards, but that stock is up 276. It's up 53%. Okay, it's really up. But I don't know about this. I'm not sure if this is really going to happen here. So, take it with a grain of salt. I'm really not sure if there's really something there or not. GameStop right now is its own story, its own unique scenario right now. The GameStop story is what it is. 135 something is where it's trading at right now. It's jumping around a lot. Marantz Rico, greetings from La Quinta. When are you coming to visit Cali again? Thanks for the live stream. I watch you every day before I go to work at Costco. Oh man, Martinez. I love Costco so much down there. The La Quinta store, the Rancho Mirage store. I love shopping down there. My favorite is the Rancho Mirage store. right beside Palm Desert. I miss the valley so much, and I can't wait to spend quality time down there. Jen and I are pining for it. We're rubbing our hands. We're scheming. But this virus and these vaccine rollouts, it has to happen, my friend. So, Marantz, I'll keep an eye open for you. The next time we're down there, if I see you at that La Quinta store, I'm assuming you're working at the La Quinta store. We catch you down there. You'll recognize me. I won't even have to say hi to you. You'll just go, Uncle Bruce. Looking forward to it, buddy. Thank you for that donation and your shout out. Viking from Norway, Tubstler says, Viking from Norway, 17th generation after Harold Fairhair is back to robbing hedge funds like back in the 850s. Go Bruce, TNX for inspiration. Thank you. Thanks for the inspiration. Thank you, Tubstler, for the Norwegian kroners. Love the Norwegian kroners. They're good. They're all good. 136 on the stock. 15 minutes to go before we close on the day. I'm just going to double check here on CNBC. They are running commercials. So you know what they're doing. Stand by. We'll be right back. While I'm talking, thank you, everybody. 136.43. And the volume is approaching now 29.8 million. So, yep, it's going to break 30 million volume. 15 minutes to go. Very interesting markets going on here. Keep calm and buy GME then. Keep calm and hold until 100,000. How tall are you, Bruce? In case we do see you, everybody's curious. How tall is Bruce? This is the big mystery. I'm gonna have to run something. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, who doesn't love Costco? So as this guy. Wow, he donated his kroner. Steve, you could be right, Steve. 4'8". I could be 4'8", pretending to be a big man. 4'8". That would be something. You wouldn't miss me with that. I mean, I wouldn't stand out in the crowd, but I'd be recognizable, wouldn't I, if I were 4'8"? Yes. Well, we'll see about that. How tall is Bruce really? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What can I say? Bruce, one single entity in the in PHLX, I'm not sure what that means, keeps buying thousands of deep in the money calls for GameStop every day this week. 12 something April 16, 12 calls, April 16 in particular. Why? They have spent 128 million in premiums. They might be short stock, a lot of stock, and they're buying calls to get the stock. That might be it. It's in the money. They will demand their stock, and the buyer of the stock will have to be the option seller, and they'll have to buy in the market to get it. That could be it. That if it's an in the money call, and they're buying that many, that to me is the answer. That's the answer. Buying in the money calls. Just saying. Bruce, would you recommend being a broker? Well, it could be. You could try it. Bruce is 7 feet 6 inches tall. He is bigger than LeBron James. He's the LeBron James of YouTubers. He's 4 foot, aka 5'8". 4 feet 20 inches, also known as 5'8". Ryan Cohen apparently has tweeted again. Is that right? Is that true, or is that his old tweet? I don't know. 132.75 on the stock. Hey Bruce, Dog Bear is talking to me. Let's see if I can find Dog Bear's message. Here it is. Weeks ago, I had calls on a company, and its accountant dropped them. I had calls on a company, and its accountant dropped them. In the money, became out of the money in seconds, bought puts and sold the shares to break even. Is there a better way to salvage bad calls? I don't understand what that means. Accountant dropped them. What do you mean? What are you talking about there? I don't get it. There's issues with brokers. Thank you, Bart. Hey, Uncle Bruce. Greetings from Belgium. Please do a shout out to my favorite YouTube channel. It's called Stock Markets with Bruce. Thumbs up. Thank you, buddy. You got it. Shout out to Stock Markets with Bruce. I've heard that guy. He's like 4'8" or he's 4'8" tall or something like that. I'm not sure how tall that guy is. 18. I eat pizza. Would being on the SSR list benefit GameStop's rise? It's not on the short restricted list. I don't think it is. And I don't think it's going to be today because it had to go down this morning to 10. What was it? What were we talking about this morning? It had to go down to 111 or something. It didn't. It didn't do that. So interesting. So it's doing this without being on the short list. That is also telling to me the Dow down 368 with 11 minutes to go. The Dow's coming back. Samuel, thoughts on SLGG potentially partnering with GameStop to host gaming tournaments? CEO Ann Han might be behind Ryan Cohen's cryptic frog ice cream. I don't know. Thoughts? There could be a million possibilities here. I just can't say what it's going to be. But that stock has done incredibly well today, up over 50%. But I haven't suspected that this might happen, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy in front of a computer asking people to like him. That's just me. I'm just a guy asking viewers to like me. Thank you being here for 8,400 of you tolerating this guy. CCC Basement, laugh out loud. GOP is making Dems read the stim bill out loud on the Senate floor before it passes. It's 629 pages long and will take 10 hours. Well, there's your representatives at work to get you your checks as quickly as possible. You got the Dems going, we'll hand out the checks, and the Republicans going, why don't you read the document for 10 hours? And then we'll talk about it, and we'll come up with some other stall techniques. Those of you who need $1,400, they're there for you. There you go. What can I say? KMK Trailers, beautiful ammo. Bruce, here's a bagel. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Oh man, did you know in Canada we were getting stimulus checks automatically? I think it started in April. Canada locked down, and then the federal government went to Parliament and just said we're going to pass a bill here giving Canadians stimulus checks for the next 4 months, $2,000 a person, no questions asked. Approved? Yeah, okay, done. That's it. And then we watched the Americans just killing themselves. It was just unbelievable. Canadians are paying their bills and they're buying groceries, and the power doesn't go off and the water's running and the cable is good and the internet's running, and we're just watching Americans just eat each other for lunch. It's so amazing to watch that. And here, $1,400, a measly $1,400. What can you do with $1,400? When you're 10,000 in the hole, what does $1,400 do for you? Buys you a couple of days more of grace, and then you're back in trouble again. I don't know. But they say a lot of this stimulus money will come into the market because some people who are going to get these stimulus checks don't need to pay bills on these $1,400. They're just going to add it to their arsenal of cash. And there are rumors out there that there could be millions of people putting money into the stock market, looking for stocks that are potentially on the move. And how many are up today? I wonder how many stocks are up today with the Dow down 335 points. Let's see. There's GameStop. And then there's, I thought there was something else that was up today. Anyway, there you go. Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can with what little I have. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God. USA is 280 million more people than Canada, though, Bruce. We have to give out more money to more people. Yeah, and you're the richest country in the world. And you can borrow money from people for 10 years at 1.5%, or at the time you could borrow it at 0.6%. Inflation was 2%. Free money, actually money for less than free to give to your own people to spend in America to create jobs. So, economics 101, man. Spread money around and people spend it. It's so simple. Unbelievable. I don't know. I just, I guess I'm old. I guess that's just, I'm just old. What do I know? America's number one and the world knows it. There you go. There you have it. All right. I love America. I love Americans. I just find it humorous sometimes to see what happens with our politicians, ours, yours, everyone else's. It's kooky. Jer Tiger. Bruce, what's your bagel flavor of choice? I love the bagel I love eating is just a plain bagel with the sesame seeds on the top. And then when you toast it, those sesame seeds start to roast in the toaster. Oh, they become so delicious. Vincent, I wonder if we're going to start FOMO effect rise with refugees from other corners of the market fleeing to the green numbers. Oh, you mean people getting out of dead stocks that are down and buying this one that's up? I mean, you never know. I don't know. That's what we get for writing bills that are over 10 pages long. God forbid a legislator knows what they're voting on. Goodness gracious. Yes, would have been fun to read that the tax break bill that Trump passed in his second year, the $2 trillion tax cut that now can't give a 1.9 trillion aid package in the middle of a pandemic, but we can give a $2 trillion tax cut. I don't think they read that one. I always hear the argument we can't have the same safety net in Canada because we won't have Google's, Apple's, or Intel's to dominate the world market, have good defense, yada yada. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Oh no. The United States has so much power. The USA could probably afford to pay. I would bet you every single American could get $1,000 a month for the next 10 years. And you just cut your defense budget by 15-20%. Still have the most powerful military in the world. Americans will be drowning in money. But it's all about priorities. And if you're a senator with a defense contractor in your neighborhood, you don't want to cut money to that guy. No. Even though all your people will get $1,000 a month. No. We can't have that. So anyway, kids, it is what it is. And it's the world in which we are. And what can I say? Canada has Wayne Gretzky. That's right. I'm clearly liberal. Yeah, I love it when the little guy gets help. I plead the fifth. When people need help, I think we should help them out when they're down and out. That's just me. But it is what it is, and that's the market. 132 on GameStop. Dow down 400, going down again. Unfortunately, we're into the last 5 minutes of the market. We've got Snowflake up $2.70 a share. That's what they're talking about there. 4 minutes 17 seconds left in the day, according to CNBC's television screen here. And 10-year yield spikes, stocks drop after Powell comments. That's what they're saying. It's all about the Treasury Secretary. It's his fault. And GameStop is up 773. Bruce, thoughts on staying in the ETF XLB, the materials sector, versus moving to the semiconductor sector? I'm not going to compare one against the other. I'm just saying that I know there's a chip shortage, and it'll be worse. I know it. And everyone is saying it, and it's so obvious. There's no gambling on the fact that there's a chip shortage and it'll get worse. End of story for the chips. That's all I have to defend. I don't have to defend it against anything else. That is its story. Now, if you like something else more, be my guest. But this is what I'm following, seeing, noticing, and when there's a shortage, prices go up. Demand is huge. Companies that make products that are in short supply get paid cash, no discounting, make wonderful margins. End of story. That ETF is a deal, and the lower this thing goes, the bigger a deal it is. It's down 1172 here. What can I say? It's on sale. I'm sorry, but it's on sale, and that's all. The market cap of that ETF is $2.5 billion. It's a big ETF, huge, and it's off 1147 to 221. You want to hang on to it for a year or two? I don't think it's going to be a 221 in the next 2 years. I think it's going to be substantially higher, but you got to decide whether you want to, get in there or not. It's not as action-packed as other stocks, but it's in a good sector. KMK, why did AMC jump with? It didn't. It did not. It's down 54 cents. It's not up today. There is no happy times with AMC today. So that's just the way it is. Sorry, folks. It did not jump today. Sorry. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my goodness. We got the 2-minute countdown coming up. That's true. We're coming up to the 2-minute countdown. Advancing volume 2 billion, a declining volume 4.4 billion shares today. 2-to-1. Advanced decline line down more than up. That's why the market is down. More sellers than buyers. It's as simple as that. More shares were being sold down than up. 423 on the Dow. It's going to be yucky. Down 1.2%. Looks like S&P 55 on the downside. NASDAQ down 285. GameStop 131.48. Over here 132. Up 7 odd bucks. Holding its own, and it's a winner. Absolutely a winner. What can I say? Let's go. Yeah, watching. The last few seconds soon to come through. The volatility index is not that high, 28. I mean, it's up, but it's not like crazy up. So that's not to worry. Dow down 360, coming back a little bit, but still going to have a down day. What can I say? All right. GameStop 131.89, 131.57, and volume 31.5 million on GameStop today. Very good volume on GameStop. There's the last minutes, 30 seconds to go. Last 30 seconds of the day coming in, and then we're going to the aftermarket. I'm going to be on Max Mahar's channel, Max Mahar, at 30 minutes after the end of the show, 5:30 Eastern time. I'll be on his channel today, and we're going to hang out. So come on, join us over there after we finish here in the next hour. MQ TTIQS, thank you for the SEK 50, whatever that means. Thank you. I appreciate that. SEKs. I'm not sure what that's worth, but I thank you. Okay, we're done. 131.76 last trade on GameStop today. Up $7.58. The aftermarket right now, 31.94. Thank you to DK. Should I buy my wife's boyfriend some GEVO? Can't help you there. What other message was that? Rodrigo. Hello, Bruce. Have you ever visited Portugal? Big fans of you here. I know some very beautiful people. I know some really nice people from Portugal. I had the pleasure of working with a young lady whose family's from Portugal, and her mom was great, and met her sister as well. I had a retail store, and she was one of my employees, and I would very much like to go to Portugal someday. I think I would kind of enjoy that group of people. Bruce, what ETF are you talking about? SMH. It's the symbol SMH. It's the Vanek Vectors Semiconductor fund. All about chips, chip makers. I like the chip makers. Thank you, Caleb, for your donation. Thank you. There was a sharp spike at 226 today for AMC, and well, that's great. Fantastic. The stock did not have an update today. It closed at 802, and it lost 56 cents today, unfortunately. And it was in the 930 range, a couple days ago. A few weeks ago, it was up over to 1025, and it is not it's not burning down the house right now. Unfortunately, that's just where it is. But GameStop right now, 133.35 in the aftermarket, up $1.50 on the aftermarket right now, improving yet again. Interesting. We'll see what's going on. Bruce, your opinion on GameStop finishing tomorrow above 150. What do you think? A lot of calls on the money. Well, I've been saying all along here that the shortage of stock is real. I think it's much larger than it's being disclosed. I think the reason a lot of it is not being disclosed is it doesn't have to be under existing rules of the clearing systems and the markets. And so if you don't have to say how many shorts there are, you don't. And if you are a shorter, you don't want the world to know you're a shorter. You want to kind of, keep it quiet. So there's the story. And we're going to find out whether or not tomorrow's activity and Monday, the day after options expiring, like last Monday, will that run the market a bit here? It certainly didn't hurt today, did it? It didn't hurt at all, and it didn't hurt this week at all in an overall way. So, guys, there's the story. Yes, we've got ourselves an interesting, developing, evolving market with GameStop. There's much more to it than the corporate side. I will say that. But there are, lovers and haters. So what can I say? Okay. 130, 150 right now. That's where it's at. Let's see here. Thank you again to some of you out there who were kind enough to donate to me on my PayPal account today all day. Those of you who've reached out to me for private one-on-one consultations, I will be back to you. I just need to finish my work here on air. We'll talk to you about that, see if we can find a slot for you. It's kind of running out. We're running out of time here. There's nothing this weekend. Next weekend, I'm not sure about anymore. And then the weekend after that, I'll have to open it up. We'll keep you posted on what's happening. And that's what we'll do. In the meantime, we'll follow what's going on out there regarding the markets and the stocks. No announcements from GameStop that I'm aware of to cause the market to go up today. Looking here at press releases, and I'm not seeing anything specific from the company. Nothing. So they're not saying anything. It is doing it on its own or on speculation from people who are following the stock. That is where we're at right now. Okay. More comments. Let's see here. Diamond Hands here. He holds no stock. I don't own any stock. I don't have any stock. Here we go. What do you think about VGAC? It's a buy. I like it. It's a buy. The merger, I think, is going to be kind of fun when it happens. Let's go. Any more comments here that I can read here? As a broker, did you suffer high blood pressure? Actually, I didn't. No, I used to play racquetball when I was younger to kind of work off the stress. But I found another activity that really I enjoy, and that was at the end of the day, I would come home, and Jennifer and I used to live in an apartment building, had a lot of amenities. And one of the amenities they had was a steam room and a jacuzzi, a hot spa jacuzzi, and could hold like 10 people at a time. And at the end of the day, I'd get home, and I'd be home around 4 o'clock, maybe, depending on the market. The market's closed at 2:30 my time. I'm in the west, so the market's closed earlier. I'd be home at 4:30, and Jen would be, we'd be home together, or she'd be behind me a little bit, and I would go to the steam room and the hot tub. So I'd be in the hot tub for a while, and the steam room would be steaming up, and the bubbles would and I'd be getting all the tension out of my bones and my muscles. If I had any cramps or sore legs or hips, I'd just be getting all, softened up into the steam room and just sweat it out. And all the stress of the day would just be sweated out, and take a nice cool shower and get nice and cool, and then go back in for another shot and just do that. And by about 5:30, I'd be back upstairs to the apartment, and I have my bathing suit on and my morning coat on, and I'd be just so relaxed. And then Jen and I would come up with something for dinner, and that's what I used to do. And no, didn't suffer from blood pressure at all. Not at all. My doctor, I'd go in for my appointment, and he'd take my blood pressure, and he'd say, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm doing great." And I'm a little overweight, yeah, but nothing terrible, fine. And he'd say, "Well, just keep on doing what you're doing. You're a healthy guy. You don't need any medication. You have no physical problems. Great." That's what I did. Bruce, again at 226, there was a sharp spike for both GameStop and AMC. Do you know why? 226. I don't know why. It was whatever it was. It was. And the shot for GameStop was much better, much better on a number of levels, especially how many dollars GameStop took off, and percentage-wise, it really took a run. So I don't know why. I don't know. 133.25 on the aftermarket. 133. Oh, so it's up on the aftermarket. That's the deal right there. What's your favorite tourist visiting areas of Canada? For number one, the countryside, beauty, etc. Number two, fun stuff, post-COVID, of course, pre-COVID. Well, over the years, Jennifer and I have seen certain parts of Canada, but we haven't seen it all because it's such a big country. So being from originally from Southern Ontario and then moving out west here, so I've seen Ontario, of course, many areas in Ontario, including Niagara Falls, obviously Toronto itself, other spots, and then out west, I've had the pleasure of working my way all the way to Vancouver, Victoria, very pretty. Golfing in British Columbia is pretty spectacular, surrounded by mountains, kind of nice. Banff, of course, being the Lake Louise, all those spots. Calgary, gorgeous place, and all around Calgary, north of Calgary, and in the prairies as well. Very nice areas here in Canada. Danielle, thank you for this $15 donation. I really appreciate it. Kind of you to do that today. So I've had my, my share. Mike, how are you, buddy? AMC did great today. If you look at the chart upside down. Mr. T, Brucey, today I met a man wearing 7 hats. He tried to sell me 14 hats. In exchange, I gave him my 2 brats. Hold on a second. Hold on. Brucey, today I met a man wearing 7 hats. He tried to sell me 14 cats. In exchange, I gave him 2 brats. The question is, how many fingers does a tiger have? Oh, man, that's another way you get rid of stress. You tell jokes. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness. I tell you. And, of course, seeing sights. I've had the pleasure of traveling to a lot of places in the USA. And I've enjoyed some spectacular drives in my car with Jennifer and on my own from Canada south to California, the Pacific Coast Highway north. I've driven it north. I don't know if I've driven it south all the way. Portland is beautiful. Seattle, beautiful. And then Lewiston in Idaho, you come into Lewiston from the north, you're coming down that highway, this massive downhill run. What a gorgeous vista you have there. Then all the way through Nevada. Love driving through Nevada, where you're just driving on a 2-lane highway through the open desert. And I think the speed limit is 70 miles an hour on a 2-lane blacktop. If I got my bearings right, and if you drive on the I-15, I think the speed limit is 80 miles an hour. America, man, I love America. You can really get somewhere. Vegas is kind of cool, of course. Palm Desert, Palm Springs, the Yucca Valley area, Riverside, Los Angeles, all the area of LA, San Diego. The drive from Palm Desert to San Diego, the back way through the Palms to Pine Highway, spectacular. Going from dry, rocky, bedrock, Flintstone kind of country to lush forest because of the Pacific air, how it stops at one point, it dries out. It's incredible. It's just incredible. Love those drives. All right, I have no interest in selling my Virgin Group acquisition shares. However, what causes it to go from 1037 to 271 in the last 5 minutes of today? What's that all about? Because somebody was watching Stock Markets with Bruce and heard what Bruce was saying about it and thought, this guy, I mean, we got to buy this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Something caused it, but I honestly don't know why. It's a 1069 in the aftermarket, unchanged. GUB1 went to the zoo today. It only had one animal, a dog. It was a Joseph, what do you make of the IBM and Moderna news that they are collaborating to distribute COVID-19? I don't. That's amazing. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Did that have an effect on the IBM stock today? It was down as low as 118.76. IBM closed at 120.25. So kind of came back a little bit. It's 120.08 on the aftermarket. So not much going on there. Great. They can work together to make the distribution of the vaccine faster, more efficient. Yeah, okay, I'm on board that. No complaints from this guy. Will it move the stock much? I don't know. We'll see. Very good, very good. Anyway, there you have it. Realizing our divinity. I'm in Palm Springs. That's a beautiful area. Palm Desert, Indian Wells, La Quinta, Rancho Mirage, Cat City. Love the whole area down there. Just love it. You ever get a chance to go down there? It's a unique bubble, no question about that. We will see what happens. What's going on here? Sorry about the VGAC buy. Hey, whatever happens. When the GameStop hits pay dirt, I'm coming to the USA to buy cars. Okay. And how long does a company have to stay at a certain price to make the Russell indexes? That is a good question. I can't specifically say that. I don't know. It's possible that certain companies, their shares, they have a big run, and the company's market cap value goes from like 3 billion to 8 billion and back to 3 billion. They have these little shorts like GameStop went, from $20 a share, $10 a share. They were worth $700 million at $10 a share. And then they went to $400 a share, and they're worth to 28 billion in market cap. But that didn't last long, did it? And now it's at 130 a share. So right now the market cap is 9 billion. Yeah, 9 something billion, 9+ billion. But GameStop has been for a while now up here, longer. And so there gets a point in time where the indices will include the stock into the into the index and review it every 3 months. And if 3 months later, certain stocks in the index are falling out of the number, dropping too low in market cap, there might be others to replace it. And that comes in. Now, if the whole stock market has a correction, the entire stock market drops 10, 15% in a correction, then stocks like Apple can drop $400 billion in value over a few weeks. This may have happened already while I've been talking to you lately. But it could well be that the 1,000th most valuable company in the Russell 1000 drops by 30% in value, but there's no other stock more valuable to take its place because the whole index dropped along with all the stocks out of the index because of a market correction. It's all relative, but when shares move up, in market cap and keep running and hold a while, the folks at the Russell 1000 and other indices like sub-indexes, like retail indexes and sub-indexes like online sales indices and Gamestop, game company indices, all these sub-indices, there are thousands of these. They adjust their allocations of stock all the time, and they drop companies, add companies. It's always happening. And so with GameStop these days, the stock has been rising in value. Even at $50 a share, they were a $3.5 billion company as opposed to a $350 million company last fall when they were $5 a share. So GameStop stock has really picked up and, gone across. So there you have it. The Russell 1000 people have their, rules and their metrics, and they're going to use them. Danielle, how do you feel the previous short squeeze setup from late January compares to today? Do you think a lot of short positions are closed? Daniel, I think that the short positions on GameStop are larger, but not as evidenced as before. I think before we knew there was a 70 million share declared short position. Right now, the New York, the exchanges are saying that the volume is 17.4 million of declared shorts. The undeclared shorts, the failure to deliver, and the option shorting through options in the money, and the numbers, the staggering numbers of contracts in the money, suggest to me that it could be just as high, if not much higher. And that's why I think already now we're seeing movement in the market prior to the big day, which is March 19, when all kinds of futures and options contracts expire on the same day. It's a quintupled witching hour. It's going to be crazy. Ward, Bruce, would it be wise to sell at 400 when it does squeeze and rebuy after it settles down? Also love the streams. I don't know if that's the top. I don't know if it's going to get there. I don't know if it's going to stay there. I don't know if it's going to go higher. Will it just blow right past that price? By the time it gets into the 300 range, if that happens, what kind of intelligence is coming out with respect to the shortage? How many hedge funds will be down billions of dollars at 300 all over again? Remember the last time? Keep this in mind, guys. This is so important to remember because you could forget what happened just a month ago. When the shares went from $18, $20 to 40, and then they went to 60 and 80, at that level, and barely at 100 a share, just barely there, we then already heard that Andrew left and his fund that was short stock, they had lost $1 gazillion. I don't know if it was $1 billion or what. Then within a week, we found out about Melvin Capital, and the rumor was a $3 billion loss when the stock got to like 80 or 90. That was already booked and aware, and that company was already receiving $2.75 billion in investment money, which was bailout money from Citadel and another hedge fund to help them out, get them liquid again. Then the stock went to 120, 140, 160. So there were many more losses experienced after that. So here we are, it went up, came back to 38.50, and now it's back to 132.35. How many billions have been lost again? How many short entities, hedge funds and so on, have been shorting this stock since it was $40? Shorting at 41, 42, and $43, and all the way up. Remember the $50 standoff last Wednesday? 50 million, I think, was shorted there. And here we are at 132. Are there potentially 50 million, 80 million, 100 million shares at an average of $70, $80? I don't know. How many and at what price? We'll never know. No one has to tell you. These hedge funds do not have to reveal their short positions. They have to reveal their long positions. Even if they hold one share of Apple, they have to tell you that. But if they're short 1 million Gamestop, they don't have to say a dang thing. It's not required by the SEC. AB went to Canada in 2003 at the border. The Mountie asked me why. I wanted to go to the party, have a good time. On the way back, the U.S. Customs guys are power tripping, dogs barking, y'all and chill. Yeah, it's a different ball game. It really is. I am lucky because Jennifer and I get to the border, and the U.S. border guard looks at us and goes, "Where are you headed?" We're headed to Coeur d'Alene. What you doing there? We're going to go to Costco and buy some groceries. When you going to be? How long in for? About 5-6 hours. Have a good day. But look at us. Look at this face. The face for radio. There you go. Sourness, Brucey, Paramount just dropped a streaming service. Okay, we love that. More streaming services, more competition, better for streamers, isn't it? That's exciting. Fantastic stuff. Maybe someone will try and steal me from YouTube for big money. Oh, that'll be the day. Greetings from Alabama. I just found this, Mike. How you doing, buddy? Down here, there's only one type of jelly, and it's grape. All other flavors are as useful as E&E stock. Thanks, Mike, for the donation, and welcome to the channel, buddy. Nice to have you here today. Thanks for the comment, man. Fantastic. All righty, here we go. What else is going on here? What is a good entry point for SMH, riding high since U.S. election and Biden's announcement? I would say now is a good time to get in there. Oliver, assuming March 19th causes the GameStop squeeze, will it happen the week running up to the 19th or the 19th? I think it's happening now. It's already happening. It's in slow motion now, in baby steps right now. But I think you got a little glimpse today of what's coming. Just a little. Here you go. Open the door, close the door. 147. There you go. You just got a little glimpse there of stuff to come, I think. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm long on GameStop with Robinhood, but I'm afraid they might pull some you know what again come squeeze time. Any idea of that likelihood? Should I switch? Love what you're doing. Keep it up. Folks, you have to decide for yourself if you want to keep doing business with Robinhood. I do not know whether they're going to pull a stunt like that again. To me, if it were me, I would have left a long time ago. I would have just walked out of there with my money and my stock, say thanks, but no thanks, I'm out of here, and go to a company that didn't even have a halt on it. That's what I would be doing, but that's me. To each of you, you've got to decide for yourselves just, what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Asher, love you. Check out VALE with Tesla deal. There you go. The Tesla deal. So there you go. There you go. When you go to a streaming service, please promote the Mike Stoneman series. That great book, Lethal Voyage. Pick it up today on Amazon. Matthew, could you explain why the jump in GME? Nope, can't. I can only guess there were more buyers, a whole lot more buyers than sellers. There could have been a buy-in. Rumor has it there was a forced buy-in that took place, a forced buy-in. But I don't know who was forced in. I don't know who did the forcing. I don't know how many they had to force to get. I don't know any of the details. All I know is it went from about 122, 123 to 147.87 in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And there's a little window of what might be coming down the road again and again and again and again and again and again. The higher it goes, the worse the problem is. and we'll have to see what happens. I don't know. Overnight tonight, there might be all kinds of margin calls going out where shorters are going to have to cough up more cash to hold their short positions. There might be all kinds of notices going out tonight, tomorrow morning, to short holders. You got to cover your short. We can't lend you the stock anymore, or what? I'm guessing. I don't know. It could be happening. The stock certainly had a good day today, didn't it? What can I say? GameStop, 131.24 in the aftermarket. And there you have it. Traded 1.7 million in the aftermarket already tonight. Again, that's kind of interesting. Yes, so we'll see what, what's going on. Yes, this could be fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you to Khalib. Thank you, Khalib Poindexter, for your donation on PayPal. Musk tweeted, Brucey is 4'11". That must be what he said. That must be it. He must have said that. Fantastic. Thanks all of you guys for supporting my channel today. My show, 5,200 thumbs ups today. There are still 5,300 of you hanging around here. If you can hit that thumbs up button for me, I love that. I'm going to be on the air in about an hour and 6 minutes with Max Mayer on his channel. I'm a guest on his channel today, so you want to watch me hang out with Max? That's where I'm going to be going, and we'll see what's happening there. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch up with you. We'll be good. Yeah, there we go. And fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around and spending some time with me today. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the whole show today. All the stuff going out, and we love that you're here and appreciate it. We kind of had an interesting day today, didn't we? We really did have an interesting day. Hope for the best here on what's going on. Yeah. Okay, 130.64 in GameStop. And the Dow, they're talking about how bad the Dow was today. Of course, it lost 345 today. And the hang on, there we go. And the S&P lost 51 and NASDAQ lost 274. So the markets were negative territory today. A 3-month low for NASDAQ after Powell struggles to soothe the bond market. He didn't do a good job to soothe the bond market. So there might be lieutenants of his making announcements or answering questions from reporters to try to soothe the bond market because the bond market is, 100 times bigger than the stock market. There's more money in bonds than the stocks. Always is, always will be. Only a fraction of the money that bonds have are in the market in stocks. That's true. Take a look at VIAC, parent company of Paramount. There you go. There's something to look at, folks. New streaming service, apparently. We'll see what's going on. Here, Tony, I'm noticing the rise has been $5 increments each day. Are hedge funds controlling the price in down to the exact penny? I don't think that's the plan at all. I think it's just a circumstance. The stock is just trading the way the stock is trading. It's been an interesting week. I will give you that, no doubt about it. But the pros were really convinced that on the 19th or 20th of this month that it was all over. They thought that GameStop, the story is done. It's finished. It's nothing left. Don't even look at it anymore because it used to be as high as 500 something and 480 on the market and all that. So it's all over. It's back now, and it came down, and it did touch the high 30s. It did make it for just a little bit of time there, and then it bounced back into the low 40s, and it looked kind of calm for another day or so, and then got into the 45 range, and then it got to the high 40s, and it broke up big time, way up. And a week ago Wednesday, 9 trading days ago, that was the magic day. The magic day went from 45 to 91, and it could have gone a lot higher had it been able to still trade. But it was at the end of the market. There was such an imbalance of buy orders versus sell orders there was nothing for sale, and the buyers were looking for 100 shares for every share available. The next day, it took off and reached that what was that price there? 170 range on the New York Exchange for just a moment, and then came back to about what was that, 93-ish for a brief moment in time, and ever since then, it has come back up here now to this 130, 35, even 147 today range, with some good power. Not crazy out of the world volume, 31,600,000 during the day today. Traded now in the aftermarket, 1.7 million. So not crazy volume, but enough volume that this isn't coming back down right now. And 147 popped today. So that was our first real pop. It had a pop yesterday to what, 130, 132, 133, but today 147, a new high, intraday high as of late. And so there's consolidation and growth happening here, and something's going on. I do not sense weakness here. No weakness in GameStop. So there you go, guys. We'll keep following this this unique trading pattern. Maybe I missed it in the AM. What about Flipkart? Haven't talked about Flipkart. That's true. I didn't talk about Flipkart. I should talk about it. Can we fix the map? Can we find Max? How can we find Max? Max Mar, M-A-H-E-R. Isn't that how you spell his name? Just do a Google search, Max Mar, and you should be able to find his channel. I'm thinking. Okay, I was going to talk today about Flipkart, and I didn't mention it today. And I wrote some notes down about Flipkart this morning in the early morning today. Flipkart, this is an online seller like Amazon, but it's based it's actually running the India market in India. Interestingly, the company been around a while, 20 years or so, maybe longer. But in 2018, very interesting, Walmart bought 81% of Flipkart. Walmart owns 81% of the online retailer Flipkart in India, the second most populated country on earth, the largest democracy country on the planet. Walmart owns it, not Amazon. Walmart. They have 30,000 employees. They are owned also 4.7% by Tiger Management. Tiger Management, excuse me, folks. Tiger Management is very much involved as an investment company in many American companies. It's a multi-billion outfit. Microsoft owns 1.3% of this company, by the way. Revenue in 2019, 6.1 billion American. That's growing dramatically. Excuse me. But there was a deal when a deal was made when Walmart bought 81% of this company. By the way, they paid $16 billion. Walmart paid $16 billion for 81% of this company. That was no small purchase. Again, that was 4 years ago. All right. Part of the deal that Walmart agreed to when they bought this company was that in 4 years, that this company would become a publicly traded company unto itself. And Walmart agreed that they would take this company and put it into a public vehicle of some kind, create a vehicle for it, and have it publicly traded. The hope was, and the intention was, to make it a U.S. publicly traded company with the operations in India. So think about this, guys. Would you like to buy into a company on a ground floor level that was purchased $16 billion. It was a $20 billion value company in 2018. Walmart bought 81% of it, and it's running right along. It's selling all kinds of stuff. It's a full-blown retailer like Amazon, but India, of how many people? 1 point something billion people. I forget the number. It's massive. The talk is that there's a possibility that this company will go into a SPAC. It will be vended in. It might be, possibly be, I'm not saying it will, but it might be put into a SPAC in North America. That would be something, because that deal, my guess is it would be the single largest vend-in of a company into a SPAC ever. It was 20 billion 4 years ago. This could be a $40 billion company today. I don't know what it's worth. 25 billion, 28 billion. I don't know. It could be the single largest vending of a corporation. And I would bet you there would be a strong likelihood that maybe between $3 and $8 billion in cash would be made available to this company on day one of listing on a PIPE financing at $10 a share. And the SPAC would come out, and I'm not sure what SPAC it is. I don't know who it is. There could be a SPAC that I might recommend to you folks anytime, I don't know when, where I might say to you, guys, there's a new SPAC that you might want to pick up because they're going to merge with Flipkart from India. Flipkart. Flipkart is the name of the company. As soon as I know, you'll know. I think I'm going to be a fan of this deal. I like the fact that a company that is already up and running 20 plus years and is attracted the amount of money it has attracted from the biggest companies in the world, Walmart being the world's largest retail company. Amazon tried to take a run at these guys, and Walmart outbid them. They outbid them for the company. That's telling us something. It'll be interesting to see how that SPAC takes off once the deal is announced. I don't know who, what, where, when, but if I hear it, find it, I'll let you know what is going on. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting stuff. Flipkart. Let's see what's going on. Of course, for Walmart, they're just going to spin off this subsidiary company, this little piece of the company, into a public company. If the shares go up to double to $20 or triple to $30, Walmart on the books will go from a $16 million investment to a $48 million investment. If it goes to $50, $60, the vending itself might value this deal at already $30 billion, which would put Walmart at $24 billion already. Then it doubles or triples. Walmart has $72 billion added to its value. Keep in mind, though, just to kind of help you grasp the size of this thing, Walmart right now is market capped at $360 billion. So it could add 20% to the value of Walmart in an artificial kind of unique way. So there might be an opportunity to buy Walmart stock because of the capital gain that Walmart will enjoy. They're not going to sell it off. They're not going to sell their shares. But the higher that Flipkart goes, the more valuable Walmart gets. So yes, I'll keep you posted. I'm watching it. It's kind of one of those deals. It's not an exciting, short squeeze, going to the moon kind of story, but this could be a very powerful deal on Flipkart with regard to a SPAC in North America. So I was going to talk about that this morning, but then we got sidetracked with what was happening here on Gamestop and the markets, and that's what it was. So we'll move on from there. We'll see what happens. Interesting possibility, and I'll let you know what I hear when I hear it. One day at a time, one deal at a time, one SPAC at a time, and well, maybe lots of profits at a time. Right now I like 6 SPACs, and I've told you who they are. And thank you, C. Pove. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. And there are opportunities right there for these, for sure. Good idea for me to put 500 more in GameStop. Question. Again, you've got to determine your risk tolerance. It's 132 tonight. That's where it's at. It had a good day today. The market did not have a good day. GameStop did. Again, have a good day when the markets around it were not performing. And tomorrow is option exercise day, option expiry day tomorrow, like it is every Friday. And we'll watch and see how everything transpires going forward. We'll follow it out and see what's going on. Okay. Let's see here. Bruce, I sent a super chat earlier today, and it seems you missed it. I would like your input on my opinion, so I'm going to ask you a question by email. In my opinion, Tesla is overvalued since GM is putting out some great electric vehicles in the near future. Plus, other companies like Chrysler have superior on automated driving systems. What do you think? From Brody. Thank you, Brody, for this comment. I just noticing here on your email to me. I got to tell you this, Brody. I watched this morning. I mentioned this about an hour ago. I'll mention it again. This morning on CNBC before the opening, there was a gentleman on there who's one of the largest investors in Tesla. He's a major investor as a personal individual, and he's also a big investor through a hedge fund. He was mentioning that he personally was not selling any of his stock at all in Tesla, and he owns a ton of it. He talks to Elon personally. And he said, the bottom line is that I will not sell the stock because of all the income streams this company has, and that it will have, and that this stock is, to me, it's just a temporary movement. I don't care. It can do whatever it wants. I'm not selling this. It's going much, much higher. He won't sell for 10 more years. I think he's in his 70s, so he's telling his estate not selling. The deal here is that he is saying to anyone who cares to listen that the company right now is producing cars, of course, record numbers, obviously, will continue to do so for a number of years yet. They will continue to come up with new products, new versions of their vehicles, and their production numbers will grow and grow. That's why they're building these factories. And he is saying that the reality is that the company is installing in every car this self-drive system. And the self-drive system is constantly being modernized and recalibrated. Buyers of Teslas are always getting upgrades and updates in their car's computer system as they enhance the quality of the self-drive system. And so going forward, you buy a Tesla 5 years ago, now, tomorrow, every couple of months, you're getting an update on your self-driving awareness of the car. It's just becoming a smarter vehicle. Now, he is talking about the fact that there will come a point in time going forward, and I think it's just about to happen in the near future. Tesla is going to say, we're not going to charge you extra for the system. It's just going to come with the car automatically. You're going to get the self-driving system as built into the car. But what we're selling you is a monthly fee to access it. And this monthly fee will cover all of its safety features, all of its upgrades, all of its updates. So if you want to drive a Tesla with the self-driving mode and all the other features that they throw in, you will pay a monthly fee. And it'll probably be like $100 a month or something like that as a fee to the company, rather than paying $15,000 upfront extra for the unit. They'll just give it to you and then just charge you monthly or something along those lines. I'm guessing of all these numbers, okay? But this gentleman said that within 5 years, there'll be so many Teslas on the road, and that they'll be generating so much cash coming in from this monthly subscription program that will be worth more to the company in profits than justifies the current price of the stock. He says, in that case, at that moment in time, everything else this company does now is free for you as a shareholder. The building and selling of cars and trucks, the solar roofs, all of their battery storage capability systems, all the other avenues and everything else that the company does, all the gaming stuff they do and all the other subscriptions they offer will be additional. And he expects the stock to be worth thousands of dollars a share going forward. And he's waiting another decade to ride it out because he's already been in it for 10, 12 years. He says it's only halfway down the line. They're barely halfway down the line. They've come to this point. They've got this yet to come. And there is so much new cash coming into this company for everything they do. So that's the story of Tesla. That's it. And there you go. All right. Hey, Bruce, I think you're great. I love your content, but I noticed you've been coughing for a few weeks. Have you gone to the doctor? Just want to be sure everything okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just talking a lot. My voice gets dry, and I catch it from once in a while. I'm completely fine lung-wise. I have all kinds of breathing issues. I'm fine. No issues on the breathing issues. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely fine. But I'm talking, and so I cough from time to time, and that's there it is. There's the story. That is not a cough. It is just from not drinking enough and cleaning up the pipes and all of that because I'm working here for you. Okay, 17 minutes to go, and I'm done for this show. I'll get a half-hour break, and I'll be on the air with Max Meyer. and I'll have time to get a bit of a rest, and we'll line up for that. Jay, thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for these donations, guys. As always, thank you. Thank you so much. Stock, GameStop down a little bit. It was 126, now it's 132. So it just jumped. It was down $6, now it just jumped $6. So I don't know what to. I don't know. It just went like this. It did that, and there it is again. So somebody must have wanted to sell something. They did. Somebody bought it, and now it's up again. So there you go. That's what it's doing. Welcome to GameStop. GameStop won't stop. Going higher with GameStop. Anyway, that's the deal. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Can you tell me what after hours trading means? There are a number of brokerage firms, many, who have joined together to form a computerized trading network of some kind that trades stock after hours. And so much less volume changes hands in the after hours markets, but shares do trade. And also in pre-market, there's trading in stock and pre-market. And it's I can't explain why, how, where, and when, but it does. And that's what it's doing. And it jumps around quite a bit. I'm now showing it again at 127.66, 128 over here. It can jump dollars between trades because it's so thin. There's so little stock and so few offers, so few bids. And so from time to time, you can get a $3 or $4 jump in a stock after hours on a $120-something stock. So I can't make heads or tails of it. It kind of gives you a sense of direction, but sometimes it misleads you. I've seen after hours trading where a stock is down $30 a share. The next morning it opens right at unchanged, which is higher, $30 higher than the last pre-market trade. And like nothing happened, it just keeps going. I don't know. But right now, 128, 128.40, something like that is what it's doing. I have no idea what it's doing. That's the story on GameStop after hours. I can't make heads or tails of these guys, and they don't call me and tell me what they're doing. And I have no number to call them to ask them what they're doing. So that's it. There you go. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I love your stuff. I grabbed some FRX, bullish or bearish. Apologies if you've covered this one. I'm fairly new to the channel. FRX, I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. I don't trade FR. I don't trade. I don't comment on FRX because I'm not a, what do we got here? We got Forest Road, FRX. Forest Road, FRX. Okay. This is the one that's covering up. They're picking up Beachbody. That's up, and Forest Road. Mike's Fitness. Okay, that's that fitness SPAC. I'm not covering it. I don't follow it, and so I'm not an expert on it, and I don't know, who the players are and all that, and so it's not my, it's not in my recommended list. But hey, I hope you do well. That would be cool. Hope you make a lot of money. There are deals out there other than the ones I'm talking to you about. Of course, you can make money on something. Thank you, everybody. 5,500 thumbs ups as we get ready to shut down the show in about 14 minutes. Thank you for your support today with these thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Those of you watching on rerun, please give the show thumbs ups as well. That helps the channel grow. We are growing like crazy with followers. Thank you, all of you who've chosen to follow me. Earlier today, we had 49,000 people watching the morning show. So far today, 28,000 more are watching this show. And on the subscriber count, we're now looking at 91,667. We broke, 90,000 last night sometime? Now we're coming up to 92,000. So we're working our way up higher on the sub counts. Hoping to hit 100,000 in the near future. So if you're watching me and you like what I do, please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon, and you'll get an alert every time I go live. And as I say, in about 40 minutes or so, a little over 40 minutes, I will be live with Max Mayer on his channel. He has 179,000 subscribers, I think. He's a bigger channel than I am, so I'm going to be introduced to bunch of new folks over there, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. Hi, Bruce. Message here. Sadly, you have seemed to miss my €5 super chat on today's live stream. So I do as a follow. The other viewer did. I'm going to send you an email. Just a few days ago, I invested a lot of money in VUZIX after I heard about it in my live stream. Since then, it's dropped 40%. I didn't talk about this. Do you know what's up with the stock? Will it get back up? I'm quite new in the stock market. Should I sell, hold? Thank you very much. Keep on doing what you're doing. VUZIX. I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. VUZIX. What is that? VUZIX. X. Here we go. VUZIX Corporation. Stock is trading in the aftermarket at $15.98, up 36 cents. 86-cent low, $26 high. What do they do? Supplier of smart glasses and augmented reality technologies and products for the consumer and enterprise markets. I don't recommend this stock. I don't follow this stock. I don't know who these guys are. I have no idea where you're thinking I would recommend getting this stock. I don't know who this is. Yeah, today it was $15 to $20. That was the range today. But the market didn't help that stock today. Obviously, it went down because of how the market did. So, but I didn't recommend that stock, Marvin. Sorry. You must have heard it from somebody else. What else is going on? Oh, somebody's saying, Bruce, hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? I thought I'd clear this up for you. Ray Cohen tweeted a picture of a Muppet a bit ago, and GameStop went to $145. Chewy is constantly compared to Pets.com, which annoys Cohen. A major reason he was told he would not be successful. Thank you for that, Jeff. I'll watch that, Jeff. I don't know, buddy. I don't know what to make of this. Interesting what people are saying out there about these tweets. They try to read so much into them. I don't know. I'm just here, commenting on what I see, and what I see is how the stocks trade. That's all I'm doing. Anyway, there you go. I have no idea what's happening. Alrighty, thank you guys, everyone, for hanging around, checking out with me. Online Impact 360. I've been trying to transfer my GameStop shares from Robinhood. It's getting rejected by Apex Clearing, not on margin. Could it be they can't find my shares? That I don't understand. That is I don't understand what is going on whatsoever on that one. Thank you, Sharon, for that. I'll check into it. I'm confused by that. Okay. So I'm sorry, Sharon. You're right, folks. Right now where I am, it's approaching 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock your time. Oh yeah, and I've got to check out that. Thank you, Sharon. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's see here. Mike is promoting the show, the chat, and he's showing it for 2 hours from now. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's showing it for 2 hours from now. I get a bigger break, even better for me. I could use the rest. We'll see what's going on. He's got 35 people already waiting to start the show. And he's saying that the show is going to start at 7:30. So I'm sorry if I misled you. According to the Mike Meyer YouTube channel, I'm starting at 7:30 his time, which is 5:30 my time. And so maybe I confused my time with his time. So folks, get a bite to eat, relax, take care of what you got to take care of. I'm going to be off here in about 9 minutes, and then in 2.5 hours, I'll be on his show. That's going to be at 7:30 Eastern time. And that gives me a rest I could use and some work I can do. I've got some emails to take care of with folks who have been emailing me all day. And so I will do that. And Sharon, thank you so much for the heads up. I appreciate it. That is, folks, I got people looking out for me like you cannot believe out there. Some of the most fantastic people in the world who look out for this YouTuber to keep him posted on what is happening. Because he thinks one thing's happening and there's actually something else going on. Fantastic, Sharon. Thank you very, very much. 128.66 on GameStop in the after hours. That's what I show at the moment. We'll see how it runs between now and 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll follow it, and who knows? See what's going on. Thank you, Danielle. If short positions don't have to be declared, where does all the short position information on websites like FINRA and S3 come from? These guys are finding information with respect to clearinghouses, and they're just following stock flow. They're following stock flow on a daily basis. and they're able to pick up positions here and there, clues here and there, and it is pretty obvious to the trained eye. There's a lot of stock floating out there that doesn't exist. There's only 70 million in existence. 50 million could possibly trade. 15 million of that kind of trades, and yet there's a bunch of trading that's coming from somewhere. And we do know about the Chicago Board of Trade numbers with respect to how many options are outstanding. We know that. We know the open interest. We know the declared short position. We know that. We also know the declared holdings of institutional investors. That's every pension fund, every mutual fund, every hedge fund that is long. We know how many they got. They have to tell the SEC. We know any of the insurance companies that hold stock, large entities that deal with other investors. So we add that all up, and we know that's over 100 million shares. There's only 70 million. Where did that come from? Then the declared shorts, 16 million. Where did that come from? And then there's the option positions and the failure to deliver counts that are out there that are fairly accurate. And you can find a lot of this on Wall Street Bets, on Gamestop, Reddit, and then even on some of the postings in my page, Traveling with Bruce, on the Reddit page. You can also join, by the way, you can join me on my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, if you like. I have that going up, running up. We're over 1,000 followers now. So if you'd like to become a member of the Traveling with Stock Markets with Bruce Facebook group page, you can join that anytime you like. My goodness. I also have a Traveling with Bruce Facebook group page as well, by the way. Okay, so that's what's happening. There are a lot of stock out there all over the place. And I'm doing a rough count, and I'm thinking, man, there's like 210 million out there. I'm thinking there's 210 million shares. That's triple what's supposed to be out there. I kind of wonder, if you didn't allow short selling on Facebook, if you didn't allow it, there would only be 70 million available to trade, and only 50 million of that can trade. And the stock would be 500 a share right now. You take away 140 million shares and make people buy that stock on what's available, that thing will go to $500 a share. Because some of you will be interested in selling it at $4.99, $4.98. But no, apparently you can create all kinds of stock. You can trade all kinds of paper that doesn't exist all of a sudden. But I think that there are calls coming, more cash calls, more stock calls coming, forced buy-ins. And we had one today. From every indication that I can see here, we may have had 2 or 3 forced buy-ins already today that caused the stock to go from 125, 123 to 147, and then another run from the 128 to up to 140 again. I think we've had a couple, and we may have a lot more the next few days. And that's why we're looking at this going, how big a buy-in are we going to see? Everyone's talking about March 19th, mega buy-ins, mega. I don't know. Between now and then, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll follow it for you. All right. Thank you all for being here. Be safe. Stay safe out there. Keep your social distancing and just be on the safe side. Thank you all for great comments. Joining me for Bagel Time today. Ward says I meant to sell at 400 to 700 to profit of a squeeze after it settles, buying again for the long haul. Okay, Ward, keep a vigil on this. See what you can get on this stock. We'll see how it trades in the next week or two, including tomorrow. Option expiry day tomorrow on GameStop. How many contracts are settling tomorrow that are in the money now that were not in the money last couple days ago? The stock has gone up yet again. Interesting stuff. Thank you, guys. Where does all this stock come from is what one wants to know. And how violent will the buying be to cover? Anyway, we'll follow that going forward. Okay, guys, there you have it. I'm out of here. I'm going to get a little rest now, and I'm going to join Max on his channel. I guess it's 7:30 Eastern time, or 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time. That's fine by me. I'll be happy to spend some time with him tonight. I'm going to get a little rest in the meantime. And you guys take care, and make sure to catch me tomorrow morning on this channel, 1 hour before the opening, which is 8:30 Eastern time. and we'll see how the markets do then. Should be even more fun. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Good night, all. Thank you, Jackson, Brett. Thank you, guys. Bye. What's the name of that channel? Max Mayer, MAX, and then MAHER. Max Mayer, I believe, is the name of that channel. And you can catch it. Aloha from Ebda. Thank you. Thanks, Sergio. Thanks, Bruce. Bagel Boys. Bye bye. Max Mayer or Mike Mayer. Max Mayer. Goodbye, Uncle Bruce. Bye. Max Mayer is the channel. Night. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See a few. Stockmarks Bruce. Join us at Caveman Capital. Later, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. I'm a cat. Bye, Bruce. Aloha. I'm off, guys. Thank you. And Dirt E Mike, thanks, buddy. Hey, Bruce, could you please comment on GameStop's on balance volume? Give me your thoughts on it. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I'll tell you tomorrow. I like the stock. How about that? I just like the stock. Thanks, guys. Goodbye from Tokyo. Thank you, guys. Later. Bye.